Start the class. Today we will be talking about your assignment 2. So in this assignment 2 would be about case study. So when I'm saying it is about a case study, that means you have to write a case about any small or medium enterprise. Okay, so any small or medium company. And it carries 10 marks. Carries 10 marks. So what you need to do, and remember that it is an individual assignment. This will be an individual assignment. That means every one of you need to write a case. Every one of you need to write a case. This is not a group assignment. Please keep that in mind. And what would you write in a case study? So first of all, you should understand what is a case. You should understand what is a case study. Okay, for a case study, we must have, you must understand that case, actually, the case would represent some problem related to some group of people or some company or their issues or their success. Here in this course, we will be focusing on writing a case about the success story of a company. Success story of a company. So here we will be focusing on the success story. So what you need to do, you need to identify a company, which can be any small or medium company. Now remember, for me, even a coffee shop is a small company. So try to find some local business, which is either a small business or a medium business. Maybe your uncle, father, or brother, some of them would be doing some kind of a business. So you can write a success story about it. You can write a success story about it. So what is that? You need to focus on, some points. You need to focus on some points which you need to include in that case. Okay, so yes, it is possible that if you do not find any company, you can write a case about any international company. But in that case, you have to include a lot of information. If you are writing a case about a local company, then because you are collecting the primary data, I would assume that you cannot write more about it. Maybe 1 page or 1.5 pages or 2 pages would be more than enough. Because this is the information which you can get from that person, from the owner of that business. From the owner of that business. But in case of some international company, if you are getting the data from the internet, that is the secondary data, then in that case, I would assume you will put a lot of information. So it's much better to write a local case and to collect information by yourself. But if because of any reason you cannot do it, then in that case, you can write an international case for which you can take information from the internet. When I say you can take information from the internet, that means you can even copy it from there. There is no plagiarism check for this assignment, but you need to include these 5 important points, which I'm going to share with you right now. Okay, so what are these 5 important points? See the document which I have shared with you. So introduction of the company. The first thing which you will do is to write the introduction of the company. So you are asking the owner that, okay, what is this business about? What is this business about? What type of products or services that business would actually deal in? So what type of products or services they are providing. Then you will give some detail about their products or services. Then after that, you will provide the background of that company. So maybe the product or services, it will take like 3 or 4 lines. Then, but you will be telling about all of their products or services. Then you will be talking about, the second thing would be about the background of the company. Background of the company means, when did they start that company? When did they start that company? What was their capital? How much loan they took for starting that company? And what were the problems which they faced? So the background of the company will come there. So you will get a lot of information from any owner about the background of the company. What were their starting products? Where did they start their business? Everything would be included in the background of the company. Then the third point would be about telling the unique selling proposition, USP. So unique selling proposition is about the competitive advantage. What was different in their business than the other businesses, which they think? What is their competitive advantage? Or what is different in their business, which they think was the point of success? The thing which they were doing better than their competitors, and because of that, they got successful in their business. So you need to write about that in the unique selling proposition. So unique selling proposition means something different which they think was different from the others, and because of that they got successful, their business sustained. Okay, then the fourth point would be about the revenue streams and financial position of the company for the last 3 years. So I assume that you will not get a lot of information about this from different owners. They are mostly reserved. They will try not to tell what is their profit, but at least you can get some idea, like how much profit did they get during their first year of business, how much did they get for the second year, and how much did they get for the third year. Or if the business is new, that means for 1 year or 2 years, what is their, how much sales they are getting. So as much as financial information you can collect, it would be better. It would be better. So if you can collect more information, that's very good. But if you cannot find more information, you can collect just the basic information about their profits, whether the profits are increasing or decreasing. So you can find the trend as well, right? So whether they can tell you, if they are not telling you the numbers, they will tell you whether their profit is increasing by, let's say, 2% or 4% for 1 year, or it is decreasing, or it is sustained, like every year they are getting more or less the same profit. So you can get some idea, you can get some trend which you can include. So I do not expect that you will be adding lot of information in this part. Then the last part would be the future plan and conclusions. Okay, so they will tell you about the future plan. They will tell you about the future plan. What does it mean? It means what type of product they are assuming, they are considering to launch in future. What type of products or services, or what is new they want to do in their business now after like 2 or 3 years. So what is their plan? What is their future plan? Are they expanding the business with the same products, or are they diversifying their product as well? This can also be included in it. Okay, so think in that way. Their future plan should be based on the expansion of their business or on the like diversification of their product. Diversification means they will offer more products, more or different type of products. And what do they think about in the conclusion, like in the same paragraph, you can talk about like in what they are looking, what is their opinion if someone wants to start same type of a business in Oman, what is their point of view about it, so that you can put in the conclusion part. So if you are collecting this information by yourself from some owner of the business, some businessman or some entrepreneur, then in that case I would assume that you would be looking at like maximum 2 pages or 1.5 page. That would be more than enough. It would be more than enough for this assignment. Is this clear, or do I need to add more information? Yeah, if you are writing about an international company, then let me clarify some points. First of all, do not write about Bank Muscat, PDO, Oman LNG, or big companies like that in Oman. Don't write about it, please. Even Mazoon company, I have read many case studies in the previous semesters. Please don't write about those companies. If you are writing about an international company, try to find out some medium company. Okay, don't try to write about Pepsi or Dell or Coca-Cola, because these are large companies. They will not, you will not get a lot of information, or the purpose would not be served here. Try to find some medium level company on the internet and try to write about it. Try to write about it. Write about it in a sense you will get the information from the internet and you can just copy paste it. But you will be writing about these 5 points. You will be writing about these 5 points. These guidelines, I have put it in the blackboard. I will check it again if these are there, but I think it is there with the name of case study guidelines. Please keep this in mind. If you are writing about an international case, you have to put a lot of information for these 5 points. I have seen students, they will just copy all the material which they are getting from the internet about that company and they will just put it. No, don't do that. Try to read it and try to fix it in these 5 points. Okay, if you cover these 5 points, then you will get high marks in case study. Otherwise, you will be losing the marks if you are not concentrating on these 5 points. The 5 points information should be there. In international company, it would be more, but you need to sort it out. You need to sort out the data which you will get from the internet. Okay, there is no plagiarism check for this assignment. That means if you copy, no problem. But you should know that it covers these 5 points.
Doctor,
Yes.
Doctor, if I will do like for a local coffee shop,
Yeah.
like let's say here in Sur. So the third point and the fourth point, point number 4, like how I'm going to write it.
I told you the third point would be why they think customers are coming to their coffee shop and why their product is attractive to them. So they will give you some information about it, why they think that their business is successful than the other businesses, or their coffee shop is successful as compared to the other ones. So that is one thing. The fourth point will be about their profits. So they can tell you about that how much profit they are getting in 1 month, let's say. If they are not telling it in 1 year, then you can assume by yourself that how much profit they will be earning in 1 year, and they can tell you that, okay, every year our profit is increasing or decreasing, or what is the situation of their profits. What is the trend based on the sales? And did they try to do something new in their business for the last 1 year or so? These things will be there. So I believe that you will not be able to put a lot of information. That is why I told you that if you are writing a case on the basis of some local company, 1.5 page would be more than enough. You will not be able to get a lot of information from them because you have to ask them questions. It is kind of an interview. You have to ask them questions. You have to get information from them.
Okay, doctor. But doctor, do you recommend that I wrote about local or international case?
I am recommending all of you should write about some local company, but sometimes you get a problem. Sometimes you get a problem. Sometimes you don't know anyone or you cannot find any business to write about. Then in that case, the last resort should be the last resort should be international company.
Okay, doctor. And doctor, for the background of the company, also like in small paragraph, yeah?
Yeah, it will be the information. You are getting the information from the owner of the business or the entrepreneur or that businessman, and you are just putting that information in your case in these in this sequence actually.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, any other question? Is this case study clear? Okay, the submission of the case study will be in week 11. So inshallah, from the next week, we will start working on the business plan. We will start working on the business plan, and I will tell you about the format of the business plan. I will provide you with the format of business plan, plus we will talk about the presentation. So that will be all about this course. You have, I believe you have done your midterm. Yeah, midterm is done. Business idea, you will inshallah submit till the end of this week. Those who haven't submitted, I'm talking about them. And it's a group assignment, you know that. So only one group member will submit it. Then there is a case study, which you will inshallah finish till week 11. You have 3 weeks for it. And then even from next week onward, you will start working on your business plan, and you will inshallah finish it by week 13 or week 14, and you will do your presentation in week 15 or 16, whatever you want, and this course is done. So please work hard so that you can secure good marks in this course. Any question? Is this clear? Case study is an individual assignment. Individual assignment. Everyone has to submit it individually. It's not a group assignment. Okay. I will put up the link of case study submission, inshallah, next week. Because in any case, you will be submitting it in week 10 or week 11. So I will submit the link in the next week. Okay. I will end the class here because we had our midterm before. So this class was all about your case study. Inshallah, in the next class, we will start talking about the business plan. Today is, with this, I will end the class.